Our Scourge of War Waterloo battle. As you can see here, a whole bunch of Highlanders behind our men here, actually dead Highlanders, as well as a bunch of our own French troops. But we are, of course, continuing the battle here, and I mean, it is getting crazy for sure. I'm going to go ahead and actually, I don't even want to move these guys. Actually, they're just reformed, so that's fine. Now, as you can see, look at the battlefield, guys. It's an absolute mess. Now, we could start moving the rest of our guys up via just the generals, but we're actually doing fairly well, all things considered. So I kind of like our positions here, and the British are moving in more men. So I think really all I'm going to be doing is moving up, trying to move up on these cannon positions. I want to get a bit closer with this infantry unit, and I'm going to start moving these infantry units up as well, because we're about to try and go for this location right here. And on the way, apparently, we're going to have to face some British guards, and that's not going to be an easy fight by any means, but at the same time, we're actually doing a pretty good job at pushing forward. Now, the issue here is we still don't have a unit that seems to want to hold this area. I don't know why that is, but I'm going to take my main general here and actually go ahead and move forward, and I hope that the rest of the men will follow. Indeed, they will, but this is really going to change the way that the battle is fought. And we need someone to face the enemy here. We need someone to face these British troops on the right side. On the left side, well, I guess their right, our left. And I think we're going to have to just leave these troops here. As you can see, we've got a bunch of units over here holding this particular chateau, and we're going to leave them to it. So I don't even know if we have enough men to press the attack and actually take this next position, but we're going to try. And we also have men back here. We can move them up too. And this would be position 2 over here. We've got a position on the right that we're also trying to take. And that's where you see all those dead Highlanders, essentially. So right now, I'm just going to make sure that our men are actually aiming and firing, and they certainly are. I want to take some men and put them over here on the left side. And the same with these guys here. We want to grab them and put them on either the left or the right side. Eventually, we're going to do a charge and move right through these ranks so that we can take this position. Alright, let's see. Actually, we may go ahead and charge now. So let's try, and this is either going to work out very well, or it's going to totally crush our line. I don't know why our men insist on charging this way, but you know what? I'll take it. That's fine with me. Grab these guys and charge forward this way. And we are truly expanding our lines now. Let's go ahead. We're going to charge with these guys too. This is a major Napoleonic charge. And of course, if we can get this charge to succeed, we can take this point. Let's go ahead. Come on, boys. Keep going, keep going. Looks like one of our charges stopped in its tracks, which isn't necessarily a bad idea because we actually have a lot of cover in this area, and this unit is not particularly strong. So I'd actually prefer if they stay here and just shoot at the enemy. But these guys, I want to make sure that they actually come into contact. And let's go ahead. We'll continue moving the rest of these guys up. Should be able to break through here. And what unit is this? I believe these are actually the German guards, and they are the Landwehr Hanover Brigade, Landwehr Battalion. And here we go. Of course, they have the English flag. They're actually being led by Oberst Charles Louis Best. And there we go. Our men are charging in. The French are hopefully going to be taking the field here. We are actually smashing the enemy pretty well. And we've got 2 units, remember, charging that particular unit there. Let me take these guys, start moving them up here. Because we are very soon going to be charging into this location, guys, to take that point. I'm actually going to get these guys to move here, get these guys to move there, and there we go, guys. We've got British prisoners, or actually more properly Prussian prisoners, but that's okay. Good enough, right? And let's go ahead and move the rest of these guys over here. We might actually move some of our Frenchmen over here to the right side just to hold off the enemy, and I could have just done an about face here. I didn't have to actually make them move all this way, but that's okay. Mistakes are made, right? Let's make sure also that we have some generals nearby, and in fact, I'd like this general a bit closer to our men for some more support. Let's take a quick look over there at the left side of the battle. Things seem to be holding. You know, obviously we're not making much headway, but we can swing around either way and take that position. That's the position we need to take. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to move forward at that position. I'm going to do the same with these guys. Actually, these guys I'm going to face towards the enemy. Move these guys up to this position too, so that we can secure it. And in fact, we might as well move our cannons up. So let's move our cannons up here. Beautiful. And we've still got an infantry division over here. We'll move them up too. And let's commence some charges, guys. I think this is a good time to charge at these guys. Come on, boys. We're going right into some Highlanders, and while that occurs, we'll go ahead and move these guys up. Look at all those guys on the field, all of the dead on the field. I'm just amazed. And truly, the Battle of Waterloo was just as bloody, if not more. This is only the left flank of the Battle of Waterloo. Remember, we have a whole other battle going on in the center, and a whole other battle going on the right flank. So this is just one major battle. So this is the area we're fighting over, guys, of course. Well, one of the areas, and we are right now, we have definite superiority in firepower to the enemy, but what I'm worried about is that they're going to be able to hold this location long enough to secure a victory, which is why I'm going to take these guys, and we're going to charge the enemy, another Napoleonic charge. We're going to do the same with the 51st Emmeline, and truly, this is a magnificent little attack going on here. Let's see if the enemy can hold back. It looks like already some of their allies are retreating. They don't want any part of this fight. Let's go ahead, get those bayonets out, men. Remember, always aim for the chest. And let's see if they can get some kills. Or actually, aim for the belly, really, is the correct way to use bayonet. Oh, here we go. All right, there we go. The British are trying to repel the charge. We got 2 entire brigades, and they're already taking off. Look at that. There's no way. In fact, sorry, I keep calling these guys British because of the red uniforms. But this is actually the Hanover Brigade. It's actually a Prussian division, and we still haven't taken this area, so we want to keep moving up and basically just establish control over the point. Let's go move this guy here. I'll move a general up as well. And I'll also move some more guys up to basically, we're going to send one brigade to chase the enemy, just to make sure that they're really running away. This guy can actually stay here and start firing. They certainly are running away. Let's go ahead and grab our general. And I want to have this unit face the Prussian enemy over there on the right side. I don't want them flanking us. Grab this guy. Alright, looks like they're reforming over there, guys. Interesting. Also, the battle is still raging over here. And not really much I want to do about it. I just want to keep moving forward. We don't want to charge on this flank. We just want to be, basically, we just want to remain steady, more or less. And actually, we already got some guys flanking. Very nice shooting here by our boys. So let's take a look. I'd like to get another unit over here to assist these guys in shooting the enemy here. Let's take a look. Okay. Looks like the enemy actually is pretty well stocked there. And they may even have a slight advantage in numbers. The East Essex Regiment of Foot. So let's try to wipe them out. We still have Highlanders. Of course, these Highlanders are rough. They're taking out our units very, very well. You can see them dropping left and right. And what's amazing is we actually have a cover advantage, but these Highlanders are just really good shots. If you want to read up on the history of the Highlander Division, they are probably one of the best divisions during Napoleonic warfare times, of course, 18th century, etc. So let's take a look over here. And we are pushing closer and closer towards that center line. And in fact, let's go ahead. This is just our cannons. I'm going to go ahead and move our cannons over here, facing the enemy, and also sort of eclipsing this area. We want to move these generals up too. So let me grab this general over here. Looks like Jean-Baptiste. We'll move him up here, of course. And let's grab this general right here, Marshal Campiota. Way too complex to figure out. Let's go ahead and move him up. We also have some cannons that we have not moved up. We certainly could if we wanted to. All the way back here, but I don't really think we need them at this point. I'm going to need to locate the general that leads them, and that's him right there. So let's go ahead and move them up on this left flank and continue the fight against the enemy. All right, let's take a look on the right. I want to make sure that we are holding this position, and indeed we are. We still haven't managed to take it, though, so I don't know why that's occurring. If anybody can let me know, please do. I'm thinking it's because the enemy is still contesting it. And while the enemy is contesting the position, we can't technically claim it. That would actually make a lot of sense. And these are actually the same rules that apply in another awesome game, Ultimate General Gettysburg. You really need to fully take the position without any enemies attacking it to truly say that you've taken it. So that's what we're going to do. We're also going to move this general up here. And we'll move the cannons up with them. Why not? We might as well. It's going to take a long time to move those cannons, but hopefully it's going to help our men. Alright. A lot of movement over here. Let's see how we're holding out on the far right side. The enemy still has a bunch of men over there laying down, but that's actually a separate part of the battle, one way that we're not in control of, unless the enemy wants to start sending reinforcements. And let's see if these guys are even opening up. Right now, they're not actually exchanging shots with the enemy. We don't necessarily want them to. We want them to exchange shots with the enemy up here to the front. So I'm going to move these guys forward as well. And actually, I'll have them run into position if need be. Come on, boys. Alright, it looks like they actually want to face the enemy over here. We don't want them to, though. So once again, follow my orders, men. Hopefully this time they will get into line. And look at that. Oh, that's awesome. We've got a ton of French arriving. A lot more men. And now this is officially ours. Yes, we have taken the right part of the battlefield, guys. That's half the battle, of course. And actually, you know what? I'll let them go ahead and face the enemy. Why not? At least hold here. Hold until you spot the enemy. That's good enough right there. And actually, we'll get a bunch of good fire on the enemy. They're actually pulling back from this area. So beautiful there on the left side. Now we need to take the center over here. Once we take the center, we should be okay. Nonetheless, I want to take a quick look at the left side, or their right, our left, to make sure that we are doing pretty well over here, because it doesn't look as good as the right side does. But it does look like we're still putting up a pretty damn good fight. Grab these guys. Look at all those men that have fallen on the field today just to ensure victory. Actually, a lot of these guys, the guys with the light blue coats, are not Frenchmen. Those are Prussian units and or British light infantry units. The dark blue uniforms are our men, however. So there we go, guys. And of course, more Highlanders there on right in front of us, which is quite amazing. It looks like these guys don't have a beat on them. Definitely want to move them up. Make sure that they can target the Highlander unit. And actually, 2 Highlander units coming down on us, bearing down on us. That's not good at all. I want to be even closer than this. I think that's almost okay, and we'll hold here. Anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying the battle. If you are, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Give some advice on what you would like to see in the next battle, in the upcoming part of the battle. And, of course, taking that right flank is a huge achievement, but now we've got a lot more to do. And just look at all the men that have fallen today. We need some stretcher bearers, and maybe we can save the lives of some of these guys, but it's looking pretty rough. And there we go. We've taken the left side. Only a matter of time, guys, until we hopefully secure ultimate victory. Thank you, guys. Take care. Have a great, great day.